towards the end of that game, hampered a bit. And Nico Harrison, man, he doubled down on his comments afterwards. And I'll throw it to you to start the show here, my man. Nico Harrison, the Dallas Mavericks. How did they move past this Luka trade, like into this offseason? How did they get past this, or is this just something that is going to drag along, basically for the rest of Nico Harrison and maybe even AD's career?
Well, first all, I have to say I don't think it's fair to kind of like include AD in this because he just was involved in the trade. He didn't really have a say so.
Yep.
So, fans shouldn't definitely be mad at him for something that a guy like Nico Harrison pulled off. So, if I were the Dallas Mavericks fans, I would just kind of slack up on AD. But when it comes down to Nico Harrison, right? Man, this dude, like you said, he has doubled down on Trey and Luca. Like, don't get me wrong, defense does win you championships and whatnot. And he's a firm believer in that. And also, like to your point, man, like with Nico, bro, like it's kind of hard for him to just move on because I think it's a guilt thing too. Like, dang man, if the Dallas Mavericks don't win a championship, let's just say in 3 to 4 seasons, this trade may go down as one of the worst trades in NBA history in terms of like from what they was trying to achieve and ultimately winning the championship. And if they fall short of that, it's just a bad look because Kyrie Irving, he tore his ACL. There's no guarantee he's going to come back. It's the same Kyrie Irving that we're accustomed to
Yeah.
seeing. And with AD, to your point, like he was balling in that play-in game, but he did hurt himself. So
Yeah.
we know what that history be like. Like AD, he's you know the past couple plus years he's been doing better, just playing and being available. But we all know he can go through different moments where he's not playing and he's getting injured and things of that nature. So when you look at it from that perspective, like as a Dallas Maverick fan, it's like, man, we just traded the guy that led us to the NBA Finals. Obviously, we came up short of the goal, but still, why not just wait? If we were to trade him, why not get something better? But anyway, man, like some of the comments Nico Harrison been saying, man, is just crazy. Like this dude, this is a GM, by the way. This man literally said, he said, he underestimated the fans' connection between Luca and the fan base. This brother said, I did know that Luca was important to the fan base. I didn't quite know to what level. He expected fan backlash, but thought it would be subside if the team featuring AD and Kyrie and others perform well. Like, what? Like, you didn't know that a guy like Luka Doncic had that type of connection with your fans. Like, that is crazy to me, bro. Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah,
Like,
no, it is. It's tone deaf. It's delusional, and I just think it's one of those things, man, where that could only happen in Dallas, and even then, it probably still can't happen in Dallas. Like fans are going to rebel next season. They're not going to buy tickets.
oh, yeah.
Now, if Dallas comes out, they make some moves this offseason. They start to look like a contender again. Kyrie's healthy, AD's healthy, Clay's healthy. He's back. Maybe the fans start to buy in once they see the team can gather wins towards the beginning of the season. But
Mhm.
I don't see how they can flip the aura around the team right now and the fan base and everybody's buying with this team and with Nico Harrison,
Yeah.
because of you trading just such an elite superstar, and then you see the way he performs in game one for the Lakers. He was really the only one that did show up for the Lakers in that game one matchup.
Yeah.
And I think as long as you have that glaring example or that glaring comparison in front of you, and what I'm getting at is the Lakers advancing in this postseason or making a deep run with Luka Doncic. That is kind of the way the Mavs can get away with this, and it's out of their control. But if the Lakers get outed in the first round of the postseason, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but if they do,
Yeah.
that's a way you could kind of deflect and say, I told you so. You can't win because you can't play defense. And, you have LeBron. Like, that's a way they can get by for a season about this
Yeah.
trade. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's
Like,
how bad it is that we're talking
yeah.
about how can they just get by
Hmm.
without, like, having to hear about this or be distracted by this.
Yeah.
And it's hard to imagine because, once again, if Luka goes out and he's scoring 35 plus in each of these playoff games against the T-Wolves, and they somehow get to the second round and then maybe even get to the Western Conference Finals, the spotlight is going to be even further magnified on the Dallas Mavericks. And I think it just speaks to how delusional Nico Harrison is when he makes comments like that. Like, I get AD. He is a player to be excited for, but like, I don't know, man. Like, maybe I don't know. Like, what do you like? How do you come to this conclusion? Like, I don't know. Like, he's in the room with Luka. He's in like the practice facilities. Like, he sees his training, like his conditioning, his workouts, his work ethic. Like, is it our place to like judge Nico Harrison? Like, you know what I mean? Like, for him he says what he sees, and this is why it happened. The only thing that gives me drawback for giving him that benefit of the doubt is of him like being the evaluator and being the one that sees Luka every day whenever he was there, is the reaction from guys like Kyrie Irving, from teammates on the roster, where they're surprised. So if Luka's workout habits were that bad, Kyrie Irving would not be fucking with Luka. You know what I mean? Like, if it was that bad, if he was getting like superstar treatment on this roster so far and out beyond the rest of the team, then why isn't the rest of the team upset and want him off of the roster? They wanted him back. They were surprised by the trade. So that just doesn't add up.
Quite frankly, the whole world was surprised, but
yeah.
Anyway, like, also, man, like, you brought up some great points, man. Like, two last comments that I've seen that really caught my attention. Number one, Luka's response to some of the remarks that Nico had to say. He said, basically was sad to sum it all up, like, disappointing in how Nico discussed the trade and knowing that they haven't spoken since. And Harrison responded, I feel the same way Luka does. I never spoken ill of him. I'm just ready to move on with this team that we have. Like, bro, you just can't make a trade like that and just think that it's just finna go away like that. Like, this is something to talk about for quite a while, if I'm being honest with you.
And then you see Luka's response, and he actually cares about it. And I think
he was sad. I mean, the man broke his phone, so. And lastly, like, another thing that caught my attention was like the fan backlash and his personal impact. Like, Nico acknowledged the intense fans' reaction, including like fire Nico chants at games and even at unrelated events. If he be at dinner or something. And this I know that this man, to your point, is delusional. This man said he describes the experience as awesome, but not in a positive way. But maintain confidence in his role, citing his contract and support system. Like, I don't know, man. That is just wild to me. But I mean, obviously, we just can't judge the team because Kyrie Irving, he got injured or whatever. But I still think that was just a bad trade to make. And it's so funny how we still discussing this during the playoffs. It's just, But he keep bringing it to himself, like he just would not leave it alone. Like, keep discussing it.
And like I said, man, like, it's not gonna go away just because the Mavs have exited the postseason or the play-in or whatever their season concludes. As long as the Lakers are in the postseason, as long as Luka is still playing, the spotlight is still going to be on the Mavs in that decision to trade away Luka Doncic. So yeah,